Was there a love interest when you first saw him where you're like, oh man, he just really gets me going?
No. No.
Really gets my stuff going.
I met Chelsie just shortly after Kevin did, about 2 weeks later. And Kevin was texting me and said, oh, guess what? My friend Chelsie is at camp. She loves the Lord. She's an adult young life leader. She's a teacher. I mean, I'm like, wow, what more could we want in this girl? She's lovely. She's pretty. One time I think I said, hey, Kev, hey, have you seen Chelsie lately? And he said to me, oh, Mom, she's too busy traveling. I'm training for the marathon. We have no time. I'm like, hey, God, what are you waiting for? Come on.
Neither of us were like seeking out one another in that way.
Hung out for a bunch that summer, always in groups. We never really hung out one-on-one.
And there was one night where he had this party for work and I went and we ended up hanging out just us two for like a couple hours.
We had been drinking and I was like, I should ask her out right now, like before she gets in this Uber. And then I decided not to.
We both left that night. We like said goodbye and I was like, oh, maybe that could be a thing.
2 weeks later, I ran the Chicago Marathon and she came, and then the next day I asked her out with all the confidence in the world. Yeah.
Marathon confidence.
Yeah.
What's that called? All the endorphins.
Pheromones.
Pheromones?
Yeah.
Not endorphins?
Pheromones. Watch out. Watch out, ladies.
Today, July 26, 2019, we're at the Sheraton Grand in Chicago. God is good, today's gonna be awesome, and we are celebrating Chelsie and Kevin getting married.
I'm really excited. It's great to have all of my family and friends here celebrating. I'm just pumped for it to like all come together and to see Kev.
Get a gift. So thank you for agreeing to be groomsmen. You each get a beer, hand selected, and there's a note in here and it describes why I chose that beer for each of you. Woke up at 5:30, couldn't sleep, but other than that I feel great. I'm nervous about my vows. I'm just not used to talking in front of that many people.
Kevin is so many things. He's very dependable, loyal, very curious.
He feels like I describe him as a nerd. He's a learner.
One of the things I love to tease Kevin about the most is that he is a know-it-all in the best way possible.
He's extremely generous with his time, his gifts, his talents.
He's really funny. He's always joking around and always making me laugh.
First time I met Kev, I met 3 Kevs that night. This Kevin was my least favorite Kev that I met. He was hosting a party, as he often does. A couple whiskey gingers later, I fell for him. We've been living together ever since.
Living with Kev is the best. He asks questions and he hangs out and he's just super chill.
Yeah, I just want to keep the Kev roommate theme going, so I felt like I had to go.
Kev is the best person I know. He gets like the good things in life. And I know that our future is going to be amazing and I think it'll be so fun and full of adventure, and I'm excited to do everything with him. I'm pumped to be his wife. I'm excited to be his schmallet. I wrote you all cards. The card kind of depicts like why I love you and why we're all friends and why you're here today with me. Thank you for being here. I love you all.
This is an ode to Chelsie Marie, Kevin's wife she will soon be. She's the life of the party and a thoughtful friend. Her love for Lucky Charms knows no end.
Yeah, I loved her from the start. We just like chatted the entire time we were together. It was love at first sight for me.
Something that I am always like wanting to do for Chelsie but never can is kind of brag about her. Chelsie gives and gives and gives, and she never talks about it and she never brags about it, and you'd never know.
Chelsie is someone you always want to be around. Even though, yeah, it wasn't a romantic connection right away, I just knew that I wanted to be friends with her and wanted to be around her more.
Fallon, tell them to write a note. Come here. What do you have in your mouth? lot of gum in your mouth. Will you do me a big favor? Okay, do you see this card? Can you give it to Uncle Kevin?
It was really late one night, and they would sit in his Subaru at the end of our street in Little Village and talk for like hours after dates. But I'm watching TV and she comes up and she has this huge smile on her face. And she was like, you know, we were just talking and I was venting about young life and just like life in general, and I'm just stressed and I want to figure out what I'm doing with work, and I want to figure out what I'm doing with life and teaching and family, and like there's just a lot going on. I've been feeling overwhelmed lately. And he looks at me and he's like, can I pray for you? And this dumbfounded expression on her face was just like, oh, he's the one.
Her parents were coming into town last November. To her surprise, Janie and Trevor and I and a bunch of other moving pieces surprised her with a birthday party. So we hung out Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we walked down this really pretty street in Lincoln Park. And that's where I asked her out for the first time, outside our friends Chris and Dana's house.
He turned and gave me a hug, and I was like, oh, this is happening right now.
We stopped there and kind of turned towards each other, and I said some nice things to her. And she said yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
We got to go back and celebrate with our families, and there were like 60 people there yelling surprise, and got to celebrate with them, and it was amazing. It was the best weekend ever.
Hello, so do you. It was, yeah, a whirlwind weekend, and in her words, nervous to walk through another door with the fear of, you know, having 50 people on the other side of it.
I left and like had 0 words to say because I was just speechless with everything that he had planned. And I had no idea it was coming.
This is not what I expected, but yeah? I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I love it. Oh, what's up? Low back. Knew it would have a low back. Yeah. Wow.
So handsome.
You look amazing. What is this material?
What for you today is going to be like in the moment?
Just seeing the bride and the groom lock eyes, like for the first time when they walk down the aisle. I'll lose it again.
I know my girls will be walking down the aisle right before her, so I feel like the combo of those is gonna be like, being able to look and see everybody there for us for the first time, and to finally be with him, and to be like, we made it here, we planned all of this, we're ready, and we get to celebrate with everybody.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Slagers and Schmallen family to this wonderful celebration. And it's not only a privilege to share with you in this day, but it's been a great joy to be able to be a part of those premarital conversations we had. And you totally delight in each other. You laugh easily. You adore the other. And that's so obvious for anyone who has spent any amount of time with you. Many of us know that Kevin's name is often preceded with a descriptor. I've known Video Kev, Uncle Kev, Summer Kev, Party Hosting Kev, Running Kev, Biking Kev, City Kev, Suburban Kev, and the list goes on and on. We got some last night, even more that I didn't even know of. And after getting to spend so much time with the two of you together, I can confidently say that my favorite Kev is going to be married Kev. Because yes, I know Kevin better, but like all of us here, I like Chelsie more. So, you really do bring out the best in each other.
I guess when I'm thinking about this, there's a word that I probably say over and over again. It's the word embrace. One of the things I do with my students is I tell them you need to learn to embrace confusion. And it's like if you're reading a brand new novel, a story, and you're confused in the first chapter, the first pages, it doesn't do any good to just put it down and walk away. This is the beginning of your story together as one. And you don't know where your story is going to go from here. You don't know the plans that God has for you.
It's pretty neat to be married because it's this opportunity to become a better person. And now you're thrust into a marriage where, for better or for worse, you're committed to this person, and it's an opportunity to try to be kind and generous with them.
One of the things that happens in our life that she does for me is I may be reading a book, and I'll turn a page, and there'll be a note in there saying, "I love you." Those are very meaningful. Suddenly they are reminders of the depth of the love that we have.
Okay, here we go. Kevin and Chelsie, having declared your intent to love and honor one another, and having taken vows of commitment to the same, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Kevin, you may kiss your bride. It is my honor to present this evening for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Kevin and Chelsie Schmallen.
You know what the hashtag is for the wedding?
Ooh, nope. We don't have a hashtag.
We were like trying to figure out one. My name's really hard to say and spell, and hers apparently is hard to say.
Chelsie Schmallen.
Chelsie Sleggers.
Kevin Sleggers. Hashtag Kevin becomes Sleggers.
Hashtag Kevin Sleggers.
Is he taking her name?
No, but he should.
So far, everyone thinks it's Kevin Sleggers.
Yeah, that's my vote. I think we should do that.
Kevin Sleggers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Sleggers!
So much for being here. We are really blown away by everybody who has come to celebrate with us. And I am so pumped to be a part of the Schmallen family and the Kirchner and all the other names that I don't know. I'm sorry. There are a lot of you.
So I've been to Uganda, and I just kind of want to do this little thing. In Uganda, they do this really fun little cheer. When they get together, they're so excited, and they just have this great cheer. So we're going to give them a Ugandan cheer and get this party going, okay?
Over here a couple of days ago. I thought it would be a good idea to go over this speech and maybe try to squeeze some of the emotion out of it. So do you know how when you hear a speaker and he gets a little emotional and the whole room gets deathly quiet, like really quiet, and it's super awkward? we're going to do something a little different. We're going to erupt in thunderous applause, okay? I like it. We have a few people we want to thank, and I want to start with the many of you who have taken part in shaping Kevin and Chelsea's lives in a positive way. And Rhonda, thank you for looking so dang hot tonight. And for raising such an amazing daughter. Chelsie, you have been an absolute joy in our lives. You have visited and lived in, okay, get ready, audience, get ready. Woo! You have visited and lived in many different areas, and there are friends here from many of those places, which is a testament to your loving heart. You have an amazing spirit, you have a love for others, and a love for the Lord, and we really appreciate the way you express that love in serving and loving others. Don't ever stop that.
Chels, it has been an honor watching you grow up into the God-fearing woman you have become. I'm so jealous of everything you have been able to accomplish in your life, and I have been so vicariously living through you with all your travels. But at the same time, you have always been there for me when I have needed it the most. I'm so proud to be your big brother, and I couldn't imagine life without you by my side.
We have been praying since you were born that God would work in the heart of a young man to be your lifelong partner. We believe God has designed each of your hearts for each other. Keep him the center of your life and your marriage.
Ever since you guys met, I could tell a change in Chelsea's personality. But I'll give most of the credit to you, Kev, that you came into her life and automatically lifted her up. And it completely makes sense because one of the main themes that we see out of Kevin is just his selflessness. That's the one trait that I would describe you as. Yeah. You're just one of the most accommodating people that I've ever met, and really happy that you are the person to marry Chelsie. I really am.
I am Kevin's older brother, and he has dubbed me the dubious honor of being his best man tonight. So Kevin and Chelsie met about a couple years ago, but it wasn't long after that he just, every time he brought her by the house or another family party, or I came out to the city and saw them, he would just seem happier when he was around her. I think he just smiles bigger and more whenever Chelsea's around him.
Kevin and Chelsie, this is the part where I give my infinite wisdom and advice because I am very good at marriage. Kevin, when there is trash that needs to be thrown away, and there are clothes all over the room, and it's clearly Chelsea's trash and clothes that she didn't pick up, your instinct might be to wait until she takes care of it, but in your head, you contemplate doing it to her. Yes. Whenever you know you're right, but you contemplate apologizing. Yes. Whenever you have a disagreement or someone has a bad day and you just feel the need to be there for each other, but you're exhausted yourself, but you remember you are there to serve your spouse. Okay, last one. This is my wife's favorite one, actually, and she asked me to say this. So whenever Chelsie and Kevin, you guys get the opportunity to make sweet, sweet love,
Chelsie, we have known each other for 777 days as of today. You've altered my life in the best way possible, Chels. Life is better with you around, and I am still wondering how I got so lucky that I get to spend the rest of mine with you. These vows are my covenant to you. I promise to choose you before myself and put your needs ahead of mine. I promise to be tender, understanding, and helpful toward you and your goals. I promise to always be for you, to be on your side, and to always be on the same team. I love you.
Kev, today we are here. Kev, I have the greatest amount of respect for who you are as a person. You are honest and kind. You are a learner and you're up for adventure. You're not as stubborn as me, but you know when to stand firm and hold your ground. Every good and perfect gift is from above. You are by far the greatest gift God has ever given me. I will be the best wife for you because God has given the best to me in you. I promise to strive for this kind of love with you, a love that hopes for you and with you, a love that endures all things that come our way. You're on my team and I'm on yours for the rest of our lives.